Building a meditation habit can often feel like adding another item to a long to-do list. You track the minutes and manage the postures, but the internal noise remains. This process can start to resemble a mental treadmill, a state of constant, exhausting effort with very little forward motion. The Ashtavakra Gita provides an alternative to this cycle of effort. It focuses on a specific shift in perception that identifies the source of inner freedom as something currently present, rather than a goal to be achieved in the future. This text records a dialogue where the sage Ashtavakra instructs King Janaka on the nature of self-realization. These teachings emphasize that the true self is already free and unaffected by the physical body, regardless of external deformities or social status. Engaging with this perspective requires a temporary suspension of the belief that peace requires hard work. Ashtavakra proposes that stillness arises from how you observe reality in the present moment, not from a progressive achievement built over years of practice. To begin, mentally disidentify from your physical body and the thoughts moving through your mind. This is the first step, dropping the avatar. Notice the sensation that follows. It is a feeling of detachment, as if you are positioned behind the eyes, observing the body and mind from a slight distance. This shift is the foundation of Sakshi Bhav, or witness consciousness. In a first-person perspective, threats and anxieties feel personal. By adopting a third-person perspective, you are viewing your own experiences as a series of events occurring to an object you are simply watching. Observe your thoughts as if they are clouds passing through the sky. Observe them, but do not interact with them. This positioning down-regulates the brain's threat detection centers. When the I is no longer the target of the thought, the emotional charge associated with that thought begins to drop. Resting in Sakshi Bhav proves that you are the observer of the anxiety, rather than the anxiety itself. Next, abandon the impulse to control your current experience. This is the dropping of the controller. Ashtavakra explains that the true self is neither the performer of actions nor the one who receives the results. Awareness remains a silent witness. Stop labeling the current moment. Allow physical sensations and thoughts to exist without categorizing them as good or bad. Be aware of the trying trap. Attempting to force your mind into a state of silence is just another form of mental effort. Ashtavakra explicitly warns that even spiritual striving can become a form of bondage. He states, "You are bound only by the habit of meditation." Stray thoughts are not signs of failure. They are natural events. They only become problems when you react to them emotionally. Consider the ocean. While waves crest and break on the surface, the vast volume of water below remains perfectly still. Thoughts are the surface waves. Your awareness is the depth. Internal friction comes from the effort to fix the present moment. Stability is found in effortless observation. The final step is to stop the attempt to escape your current state. The very effort to free yourself maintains the feeling of being bound. It assumes there is a you that is trapped and a freedom located somewhere else. Advaita Vedanta uses the metaphor of a rope and a snake. In the dark, a coiled rope is mistaken for a snake. When light is introduced, you realize the threat was a projection. There was never a snake. Your internal struggle is an identical projection. Simply accept that you are already free. When you stop looking for freedom, a sense of relief takes its place. The space previously occupied by anxiety becomes empty and expansive. Traditional spiritual paths often involve years of structured study and discipline to reach this understanding. Ashtavakra argues that because this peace is the fundamental substance of your awareness, it requires zero effort to reach. You are simply recognizing what is already there. Take a moment to notice the stillness you are experiencing right now. This is not a state you had to build. This clarity was obscured by the narrative of the ego. By stopping the effort to fix yourself, you allowed the underlying stillness to become visible. This perspective can be maintained throughout daily life. You can interact with the world while remaining the observer of those interactions. Practice keeping your mental camera in the third person. Watch events happen around you, rather than feeling they are happening to you. When you feel yourself beginning to struggle with current circumstances, return to this shift. Stop the effort and witness the reality of your own inherent freedom.